Thank you for liberating this town.
American World War II veterans, heroes returning to a city in the Czech Republic.
It's a celebration of liberty and free, and I think it's a celebration of United States.
Honored and remembered for their service and sacrifice.
It humbles me. It humbles me.
Makes tears come to your eyes, really.
This is Return to Pilsen, an American story.
And we continue our coverage this evening. Each year, the city of Pilsen in the Czech Republic holds a celebration to thank American World War II veterans. But there are fewer and fewer of those veterans around and able to attend and receive the praise. Not even 10% of America's 16 million World War II veterans are still alive. Fox 11's Mark Leland, who was in Pilsen, shows us how a Northeast Wisconsin group hopes to keep the Czech-American bond alive by giving something back.
The appreciation for America can be found everywhere you look around the city of Pilsen. American flags, a special monument. Even the main route through town is America Boulevard. The city's annual Liberation Festival in May pays tribute to American veterans from World War II.
Oh, I'm glad to see you.
And the message is passed down here from generation to generation.
I think they were big heroes because they rescued us from Germans or Nazis, and they helped us. They helped people which got away from the Soviet occupation.
Free at last.
But as fewer and fewer American veterans are able to return to Pilsen, new ideas from a new generation are emerging to keep the history alive.
The sacrifice that these men have made must not be in vain.
It was General George S. Patton whose Third Army pushed through Europe to Pilsen to liberate the people here, and it's Patton's grandson, George Patton Waters.
Thank you, Pilsen.
Who today returns to Pilsen in support of a college scholarship that bears his famous family name. It's an investment in the future of Pilsen, seen by the people here as another gesture of support from America.
I think even though the amounts aren't as, staggering amounts, it's the fact of doing something for somebody else, giving them an incentive to try.
On behalf of the Brian Lavalette Foundation, the Patton family.
The idea of the scholarship came from Doug Lavalette, president of the Brian Lavalette Scholarship Foundation in Northeast Wisconsin. His foundation awards dozens of scholarships honoring fallen veterans throughout Wisconsin and the United States. And when he was introduced to Waters in the Liberation Festival in Pilsen several years ago, he found the lasting legacy of American soldiers in Pilsen to be a perfect fit.
When you listen to the people who continue to remember our soldiers and our America and our sacrifices, how could we not be touched by that? Because it's not like that in every other part of the world. And they haven't forgotten. It's almost 70 years, Mark, since the liberation, and they haven't forgotten.
This year's recipient is a high school graduate from Pilsen planning a career in community service. And she already sees the scholarship impacting more than just her life.
I think it's a great opportunity to connect the Czech Republic, and not only the Czech Republic, but Europe, with the United States.
The U.S. ambassador to the Czech Republic also views the scholarship as a way to bring the two nations even closer together.
Like with keeping democracy alive, we need to keep the friendship between our two countries alive too. You got to be moving forward, you have to be trying new things. That's why we're so pleased to welcome the Lavalette Scholarship here.
And as time takes from us our World War II veterans, the city of Pilsen will have to rely in part on the scholarship and the future generations it will touch to keep its history alive during the annual Liberation Festival. Reporting from Pilsen in the Czech Republic, Mark Leland, Fox 11 News.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, Mark will introduce us to a Wisconsin World War II veteran who tells his story of capturing not prisoners, but the images of war. Also need to mention that Mark's trip to Pilsen was made possible through money provided by Northeast Wisconsin businessman and veteran Bob Newski.